Hi there, guys and gals. Tonight we have an empty shop. Nope, we don't. But we have an empty main floor. We just drove the Mustang out. Finally, no leaks. So if you have a 94 Mustang GT and the dipstick tube is leaking, apparently you're going to need an air conditioning type O-ring that's green, and that's oversized, and then you just give her a little tap tap taparoo to kind of force it in there, because I could not find one. If you guys know like where to find those darn things at, AutoZone, O'Reilly's, and AutoZone and O'Reilly's, even the Amazonian site sent me the wrong one. This is not the part you need. Even though it says that's what it is, I promise you that's not the right one. That is not the correct one at all. Now, on to different issues. One thing, let me just say this first. I did kind of throw Toby and the white TA on the line for, I didn't put it on Marketplace because I don't want to deal with those people just yet. But I did throw it out to local friends and anybody that may see my page on the Faceplace for sale. I'm asking $4 a piece for them. That's $4,000, not $4, not $400. And we're gonna just start working on him. The reason why I was wanting to get rid of them is because I really want to jump on this and do that at the same time. I know if this and Toby exists, what's going to happen? These are going to get done first, which is what you see right now. So tonight, let's just get to the chase. We got wheel cylinders. I don't know if you can tell or not, but she's, yeah, there you go. So I was trying to bleed the brakes and she's moist. And I think that one may be leaking too. I don't know if it is or not, but since you're going to do one, you might as well do two. We got pretty much, I think we got all the metal for it right there and there. Basically the whole floor right there, the two halves. We was going to make a little spot for the trunk and probably patch this place up. But here, transmission fluid is not cheap. And it leaks at the pan because people over squish this gasket. They are only supposed to be at 13 foot-pounds, Smith. 13. So I've done it too. I can't really say too much, but I found a problem solver. This guy. Yeah, did you notice that? It doesn't bend. She stays pretty square. That there costs more than the filter and the horrible cork and or rubber gasket that they give you in the set. So I bought that for 37 bucks off the Amazonian site, and it is I lost the box. Anyway, I think it's the only one that has the metal inside of it, you know, that way so you can't over squish it too much and you don't have to worry about over turculating it too much. Here it is. This is for a 350 Turbski, and it's by that company there. They didn't sponsor it or anything, but I instantly love the gasket. I've read a lot of great things about it, and if you fooled with them stupid cork gaskets, you know what a pain in the hind end they are. So rather than record me zipping out all these nuts and all this kind of stuff, your bracket is right there in the way. I think we can just take that, shoot, those two bolts there, swing it out of the way, and it'll be fine. If not, you have to take this nut off. It's not a big deal. Don't let it be the end of the world. It's not a big deal. Take that off, swing it out of the way, and all the rest come off really easy. You can change the filter at this time. We might have a filter as well. I think that the car came with one or had one in the back. Yep. So if this is the correct one, we're going to replace the filter also, just because we're already there. Even though this has already been done, might as well, that's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna zip them off. We're gonna retorculate it. I'm gonna use this guy. It's a 12 volter DeWalt's, and this thing is the berries. I love this sucker. Not too much torque, not too little. Usually it's perfect. And I'm just gonna go zing until I feel tension, then I'm gonna stop. And that is the correct torque, or so I'm gonna say. But anyway, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna replace these wheel cylinders, and then we're gonna play a nice cute game called What is Bent? Oh, what do I mean? Well, apparently, what I think happened, Mr. Smith, I think my buddy was doing donuts in this car, and as you see, it only has one tailpipe. Yep, that one's deleted because it got ripped out of a brand new muffler. Newer-ish muffler. Okay, let's just be honest. It wasn't brand new, but I mean, it was newer-ish. And I think we either bent a wheel or an axle. I hope it's a wheel. I really hope it's a wheel. Then I don't have to buy an axle. But I think what happened is he caught this wheel, caught the tailpipe, and ripped it off of there. Luckily for me, we did a muffler deletage on the malt machine, so we have a muffler for an F-body that should absolutely positively work on this guy. So we don't need to buy a muffler. That's a plus. We just need to fab that sucker right here, which hopefully is okay-ish to do. Hopefully it's not horrible, but anyway, I gotta stop talking, gotta get to work. And you know, honestly, the more work I do to this sucker, the harder it's going to be to let it go. So I'm just, you know, I get really attached to these guys. Just saying. I mean, that car's getting restored, if that tells you anything. There's nothing left of it, but it is a 69, and we got a butt ton of metal over there, like pretty much the whole car. Anyway, I've been rambling for 7 minutes and 25 seconds, so now it's time to actually do something. See you guys here in a few. Well, the good news is the fluid was clean, as you can tell by the floor. Yep, pretty pink, and it come off really easy. The good thing is they did not use gasket sealer. Don't use gasket sealer on this with the cork, with the rubber. You don't need to. And look at that mug. Look at that. Look how thick that sucker is. Now, you see this back here? This pan will absolutely get caught on this lip. Don't worry about it. Let the front of the pan fall down, and you can take it out like that. Or you can go whoop, and it'll come right down, and then make one heck of a mess on your floor. So don't, you know, it's gonna be fine. The shifting linkage you can keep on right there. You just take off those two bolts there. Oops, right there. So other than that, this was really easy. We're gonna go ahead and replace the wheel cylinders. Oh, so I found this great stuff for floors. It's at the local Wally Marts. This stuff, anything that these guys sell so far has been just great. I mean, excellent products. I used it right there on the Mustang, and we're going to use it right there. And this stuff is super absorbent. It's really good stuff, and it's cheap-ish. I can't remember if it was like $5, but I mean, a little bit of this stuff tends to go a long way if you don't have your fan on. So turn off your Hillbilly AC for a minute, spread this stuff around and sweep it up, and it really does one heck of a job. And like I say, you don't need much because this stuff, I mean, it absorbs. Besides, you know, whenever you're buying it, you tend to use a little less. So this is some good stuff. So we're going to clean up this mess real quick. Then we're going to play everybody's favorite game. Replace that wheel cylinder and what is bent. Any guessers? I'm betting, I'm hoping the wheel. And I'll tell you how we're going to tell. We're going to put it on the balancer and just see what goes. And if it doesn't, we know it's that axle. I'm hoping, upon all hopes, it's this wheel. It looks like it took a big hit right here. Just wish us luck. I'd much rather buy a set of wheels than an axle, but it is what it is. So give me a few minutes to clean this mess up, and we'll get right back at it. All right, kids, so moment of truth. Is it bent axle or is it bent wheel? This is on here securely, Tupac securely. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but it's definitely doing this. So I feel very, very, very secure that we have a bent axle, or bent wheel. So that is actually a plus. Let me see if I can see it this way. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's definitely a bend. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It's doing this number. And this is straight. So we know that we got it on there good. We feel really good about seeing a bent wheel. So that's a plus. Another thing, whenever you're doing these drum brakes, these guys here, now this one has not been touched in a minute, had all this corrosion around it. I took a wire wheel and I cleaned up where the drum meets the axle. Another thing, which this is going to get loud, but give me a second, is smack on this outer drum. And then you wiggle it. If you smack on the backside, yeah, you can get it, but you can also break the drum. This is meant to hit. This is a lot thicker. Now, you can give it a little, but these are cast. Keep that in mind. You don't want to smack it hard. Just give it a little tappy. Tap, tap, tap-a-roo. Anyway, you should be able to wiggle it, and I can feel it moving. If you get it moving enough, you can take you a pry bar, screwdriver, and persuade it in between the drum and the backing plate there, which is what actually I'm going to do, because it's really, really warm. Shoo! But I'll take a 90+ degree day over a 20 degree day any day of the week. But see how you got this? You just give her a little snug. Now if you do this, don't catch your brake. If you do, more than likely you're going to bend them springs, you're going to ruin them. See how you can hear that thing? What it's doing is coming over that lip. So we knew we about got it. Work it from side to side. If you need to, take 2 of them, but I can't because, you know, I'm trying to show you guys. Darn it. Now let's see if we can. We are so close. We probably have a what you call it on these, a line, a wear line, I'm guessing. So that's a lot of time what catches them too. And rust, whenever they haven't been messed with. This car, I don't know how long it's been setting, but that happens. There we go. And you'll find a sweet spot like this guy right here. He's wanting to come off. We just got to persuade him just a little more. And I really need to get a smaller type pry bar or screwdriver and go to the top, which is what we're going to do. But I'm going to get the drum off and then I'll show you exactly what we're looking at. All right, so give me a few minutes. You know what? Just stick with me. Just stay with me right here. Got a regular screwdriver, right? Hear it popping? It's coming up over that lip. And you're probably going to break a cheap screwdriver at this point. But it'll be all right. You have plenty more. And they might even have lifetime warranty. So, anyway, darn it, I should have just let you sit over there for a sec. I thought we was closer. But I got a can of black spray paint. So we're gonna totally rebuild all of this tonight. You know what I mean? Vice grip style. Give me a few minutes. This darn thing's being stubborn. I'm gonna really do some stuff I probably shouldn't, okay? All right, kids. So, wheel cylinder has been hosing. You see all that wrinkly? It's been leaking, and it's been leaking a lot. But look at these shoes, man. Brand newish. So we're gonna rebuild them. Yep, man, they look great. And it was rust. See all that nastiness? Rust holding all that stuff in there. Now, to do these, one, don't stand in the way of the fan while you're doing this. If you do, alright, I'm gonna get a little wheezy. So, the truth of the matter is, you should only have to take one side out to get this done. I think. We think so. We're pretty sure. So, let's just, like, see what's going on with it. I'm pretty sure. Oh, man, that's a good one. So, the good thing is, these have the exact same part number if you get them from your local O'Reilly's. Exact same part number for the rear. No left, no right. They're both the same. They bolt in. Yep. Make sure they sold you the right ones, because there's nothing more aggravating than getting the wrong part after you get it tore down. You know. So, yes, you can have a spring tool. I don't. I usually just take these, fit it to that, twist it, then I take a flathead or a Phillips, take that guy off. Dang it, my light. Kidding me. Oh. I got my headlight charging, see? Yeah, headlight. Anyway, so this is easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I'm just going to keep you here with me for a second. Okay, so it was a little factory. That was the factory one, so that's odd, you know what I mean? Like usually by now these things has at least had one set, but this car is supposed to have legit low miles. I don't know, you can't tell. I haven't looked at the pedals, but I don't know. Anyway, so we replaced that. We did only take this loose. We removed the center bar right there, this guy right there, just for some room, and that spring with a flathead screwdriver. Then we snapped it up over there. That was pretty simple. Two 11mm bolts back here. Take the line loose first. Before you loosen that wheel cylinder, take the line loose. If not, you probably just snapped your line. Another thing, you will hardly ever hear me say any kind of certain brand name, anything. And the reason why is nobody pays for this stuff but me. I don't have sponsors. I paid for it. So whatever I tell you is the absolute truth too. Snap-on line wrenches. You cannot beat them, period. You cannot beat them. They are better than vice grips on a stinking line. I'm telling you right now, don't leave home without them. And I lost the one that I just had. Dang it! It's around here somewhere in this, I don't know. Might be underneath that. But anyway, then you just go through, after you get this one and that one done, you bleed the furthest one from the master cylinder. You start there, you bleed back here. Now this is on the old system. The rear is different from the front, so you only need to bleed the rear since you only open the rear system. You can bleed the front again if you want, but I mean, it's kind of pointless unless you just like safety and, you know, safety first or whatever. But it's not a must. You don't have to. Like I say, snap-on line wrenches. I've had lines that were super sketch, and I really, there it is. Just to show you, I'm really not kidding. I don't have many snap-on tools anymore because whilst I was in Iraq, somebody helped themselves to my storage unit and they stole 3 of the 4 boxes that was there. The only one I have left is this original, is this bottom box. The rest is mismatched. I mean, we got a Craftsman top, Blue Point bottom. I forget what these are. These are from Harbin East Freight. Whatever they carry, you know. But that is what my box looked like originally, except for I didn't have this. I had another box that was this size over there, but I always wanted a locker. But anyway, these guys here you cannot beat. What else? There was something else. If this wheel cylinder is original like mine was, I mean, that sucker was in there. She was ragu. If it was original like this guy, you might have to take a hammer and just tap it right back here on this bleeder. Just something to knock it off. It might have got stuck on the line. Don't hit your line. This is all about saving what you can, right? Don't hit your line. Try not to hit your line so you're not making a line. This line's in pretty decent shape, and by decent I mean it didn't bust, so that's a plus. We're gonna do the same thing for the other side, but I don't foresee anything extraordinary happening there. I did pry this shoe up to here. It's easy to do. You can just take your flathead and make the bottom of this come to the top of that. You don't have to disconnect all this. That way, so you can get this guy out of there, because it has a little end that fits in. Where did my flashlight go? See how it has that little leg or arm, whatever, that fits inside the shoe right there? That guy. So I'm going to clean up these shoes with some more brake clean, maybe hit them with a wire wheel, just a brush, not the actual wire wheel, because you don't want to breathe this crap in, just to make sure we got, you know, brake shoe back. That's going to wrap it up for tonight, unless I see something ultimately extraordinary. By the way, do some restoration up in here. See how it's already had parts on it at least once, so we're good. I mean, I worked at CarQuest like 25 years ago, so you know, they've been replaced at least once. I'm just saying, once. But anyway, that's going to conclude this one, because I got to wrap up this other side and then get ready to do this stuff again in the heat tomorrow. And then we're going to figure out what next to do on this guy. One more thing. This is what I was wanting to show you. All lug nuts are not created equal. What do I mean? This is a factory wheel. This does not take this lug nut. Do you see that? See how it does not have a shoulder on it? Let me show you what I mean. Can you see how it's cutting into the wheel? You need this kind of lug nut that sets. Let me just show you side by side. These are well two different lug nuts. No shoulder. Shoulder. See how it has that lip right there? This one does not have a lip. If it's cutting into your wheels, that can kill you. Just saying. That sucker can strip all those threads if you're doing donut smith in a Trans Am in a field and rip off the muffler and bend the wheel. By the way, we have firmage. Right there's where the wheel smacked. Right there-ish. So, we absolutely know it's a bare minimum of wheel. It may be an axle too. We don't know yet. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. We're pretty sure it's just a wheel because we're really hoping. And that's got to stand for something, right? So anyway, look for clues that may make you think, hey, it could be a wheel. Hopefully not an axle. Just saying. If you look at it this way, I'm going to say it looks great because I don't want to replace it. But we will do it right. Dang it. But the lug nuts, that's a serious thing. Get the correct ones. Don't use what you have. That right there is dangerous. I mean, if you sunk that thing deep enough through, one, you're going to ruin a set of wheels. You're going to, if you haven't already. And it's not going to seat. It's going to be loose. It can throw the wheel. Just don't do it. Get the right ones, okay? That's enough of my soapbox speech, if I can say it. We're going to throw this puppy back together, and we'll probably bleed him tomorrow because it's going to be late tonight. But anyway, we'll see you guys and gals next time here on Right Turn Garage TV. It's getting pretty good. Just saying. I'm pretty excited about this old gal. But anyway, we'll see you next time. Y'all have a good one. And there's Hot Dog to say goodbye. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you next time here on Right Turn Garage TV.